மேடம் ஸ்ட்ரீமிங் போட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், செக் பண்ணுங்க. அவங்க எஸ்ஆர்எம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கெல்லாம் ஃபோனில் இன்டிமேட் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? மேடம் ஸ்பெஷல் அட்ரஸ் எனக்கு எந்த அக்கௌண்ட் அனுப்பிச்சிங்க? வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணீங்க உங்கள் நம்பரில். தமிழரசி மேம் வந்துட்டாங்களா? Saranya, Balakumar sir pay பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Balakumar sir 3.5. Ramesh 10. ஃப்ளிப்கார்ட்டுக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணி ரிசீவ் பண்ணிக்க சொல்லுங்க. ஃப்ளிப்கார்ட்டுக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணி வாங்கிக்க சொல்லுங்க. ஆர்டிடி போட்டேன். இதுவும் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் வைக்கணுமாப்பா, கிரீன் கலர். சரண்யா மேம், சித்ராதேவி மேடத்துக்கு பேசுங்க. பேசிட்டீங்களா? ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸை கனெக்ட் ஆக சொல்லுங்க. அதில் 56 ஆயிடுச்சு மேடம். ஸ்டூடெண்ட் யாராவது ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணுங்களேன். சாந்தி மேம்க்கு ஒரு ரிங் பண்ணுங்க. தமிழரசி மேம் ஆட் ஆயிட்டாங்களா? பேசுனீங்களா? தமிழரசி சரண்யா மேடம் என்னாச்சு? தமிழரசி இல்லை, நான் பேசிடுவா? கரெக்ட். Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, good evening.
Sir, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
You can initiate the program, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all present here. It's my great honor and pleasure to welcome Dr.G.Dona Rashmi, who is joining us today as our esteemed guest. Dr. Rashmi is currently an assistant professor at Kongunadu Arts and Science College and brings with her a wealth of experience, knowledge, and expertise in the field of computer science and data mining. Dr. Rashmi's academic journey is marked by excellence with her PhD from Bhadir University along with multiple degrees in the same field, including an MPhil and B.Ed from prestigious institutions. Her deep knowledge and research expertise in data mining make her an invaluable resource for students and professionals alike. Dr. G. Dona Rashmi has made significant contributions as a faculty member at various esteemed institutions, showcasing her extensive academic impact and dedication to teaching and research. With a strong passion for teaching and research, Dr. Rashmi continues to inspire her students and colleagues alike. Today, we are privileged to learn from her wealth of experience and insights. Please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. G. Dona Rashmi as she leads us through this insightful workshop. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. V. Tamilarasi ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Sri Sarada College for Women, Salem. And I would like to thank, and I would like to welcome our guest, Dr. Dona Rashmi ma'am. It's my great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed resource person, Rashmi ma'am, Assistant Professor of Kongunadu Arts and Science College, Coimbatore, for the third National Workshop on Visualizing Data in the Modern Age Tools and Techniques. Ma'am is a distinguished expert in a field of data visualization, and we are incredibly fortunate to have her with us today. Her extensive knowledge and innovative approach to visualizing data will undoubtedly enhance our understanding of this vital subject. Throughout her career, ma'am has contributed significantly to academic and research, inspiring countless students and professionals alike. Her passion for teaching and commitment to advancing data literacy make her an ideal tool for our journey into the world of data visualization. As we embark on this workshop, let us open our minds to the insights and techniques that will share. We are eager to learn from you, ma'am. I welcome you again, ma'am. Please continue your session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, I thank the organizing committee for giving me an opportunity to present in your third National Research Workshop. I think my screen is visible. Let me continue.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you.
So today we are going to see what is data visualization in modern age, and we go on with what is the latest tools and technique we just use to explore the data. So you know very well that data mining and data plays a vital role in recent days, because you might have seen the data plays an unbalanced workflow in every aspect, right? Because wherever you go, we find the data to be moving here and there. For example, when we even go for a shop, it may be a large mall or wherever it may be. So we find the data keep on increasing day by day. So where we are going to store all this data and how we are going to analyze with these different types of data. So that's what we are going to see today. So let me give a short introduction to data, what it means. So data, you know that it is a raw fact. It may be collected in various aspects, like it may be a numeric data or it may be a text or a visual data. So we are going to store all the data somewhere. It may be in our hard disk or it may be in a cloud. So we need to project the data so that it gives you an information. You know that a processed data we call it as an information.
and that information alone we can't able to take as such to get knowledge. So we need to apply some technique for the knowledge, that is information what we have generated. By applying the latest tools and technique, we just converted into knowledge, and that we took for an analysis process. Because we are moving on to business everywhere, we need to give some information or the knowledge to the person who is doing business. Based on that, he or she might take some decisions to go with that. So, with this short introduction to data, information, and knowledge, let me move on to the agenda. What I am going to talk for this next 1 hour. So, first of all, we are going to see what is a data visualization. You know that visualization is nothing but a graphical representation of whatever the data we are having. So, we are going to see a short introduction related to data visualization, and we keep on moving with why we need to go for visualization. What is the importance of going with the data visualization? You know that a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. So with this, when you want to read all the data which is what we are having in our Excel, if we are having more than thousands and thousands of data, it's very difficult to go with the reading all the data. So we are going to visualize your data what we are having, so it gives you an effective presentation, or we can able to go with an effective analysis, and we go with an remarkable decision making. So the importance of data visualization, and next we'll be moving on to the technique for data visualization. You know that there are so many latest techniques which plays a vital role when you come to the data visualization. Like we have used like bar charts, pie charts, line chart, whatever we have learned in our schoolings or in olden days. So that technology has been replaced with so many techniques what we are having now. So we are going to explore the different techniques what we are having in order to represent your data. Then we will be moving on with the tools what we are going to use for data visualization. You find wherever you move, you find a charts, or it may be a different graphical representation in your Amazon or Flipkart, whatever we are using daily. So we find the graphs plays a vital role. So what tools we can use to represent your data? So that also we are going to see. And what are the practices we should have in order to give a data visualization? Simply clicking and dragging will give you a majestical representation for your data. So what are the practices we should do with your data? That's what we are going to learn in that next agenda. And common pitfalls. What are the difficulties we face while you are representing your data? So you can't think the visualization is not only an easy task. No, it's not like that. The data scientist should go with these different types of pitfalls, and we should make use of these steps in order to overcome the pitfalls. Then we are moving on to emerging trends. What are the latest techniques and trends we have along with AI and ML? What you are going to do with this in order to give your visualization for your data what you are having? So as I told you, our data is not only a numeric data in our real life. It may go with a text data, or it may be an image, or whatever the data we are having. So we need to go with the latest trends and techniques. So finally, I'm going to conclude with a demo in Google Colab. So I try to show you an representation in Google Colab, and if time permits, I'll give you in Tableau or Power BI. So first of all, we are moving on with what is a data visualization. As I told you, the data visualization is nothing but a graphical representation of the data what we are having. You know that there are different types of data like numeric, text, then it may be an image data, or it may be a time series, or whatever it may be. So we need to visualize. So we are going to give a graphical representation for the data what we are having. So that's what we called as a data visualization. So it uncovers the insights. You know that there are so many hidden informations are there in the data. So we are going to explore the data what we are having with this hidden pattern. Then we are going to correlate with the data, and we finally go for the analysis. So that's what we called as an uncover insights. So next is simplify complexity. You know that it is very difficult by reading all rows and columns what we are having in our data. So we need to simplify your representation. So there are so many tools which breaks your data so that it can give and comprehensive or diverse informations for the audience or the end users of the information. So it also enhances the storytelling. You know that when I keep on telling something, it will be boring. But when I started telling a story like that, so people or the audience will be hearing like, yeah, I'm going to tell something which is useful for them. So like that, we can able to explore the data what we are having in terms of stories. So that's what I have given. Effective visual support is there to facilitate a better enhancement and understanding of data stories. So that also possible here, and it also facilitates decision making. As I told you, a data when that is continued processing makes an information, and that information when you go with the techniques, it just converted into knowledge. So the knowledge alone, it will not do anything. We need to go with that knowledge, which helps to do some analysis. It may be a classification or prediction. With that, we are going for a decision making. So you know that the business people are aiming to get a profit in their business. So how they want to do, what they want to do with this data or analysis, what we are doing. So the data scientist will go with the analysis process. Then we will be giving the data to that data scientist. The data scientist will go with these different visual representation in order to satisfy the stakeholders. You know that the stakeholders is nothing but the person who belongs to the business we call it as a stakeholders. They need to go with the decision making. So it also facilitates this data visualization effectively facilitates data decision making. Then last one, it is communicate findings. So clear visual present data findings make us to get an effective information based on the audience. So audience will keep on noticing whatever it keeps on displaying. So they will not hear the content what it has been delivered. They need to find something what it is displayed on the screen. So it communicates with the findings with the help of data visualization. So even though the end users will not know what happens inside, how it is being represented visually, so they need only the outputs what we are going to give as a data scientist. So that's what we called as a data visualization. So let me move on with the next information, like what is the importance of data visualization in modern age. So you know very well, the data keep on increasing. So when you go for a supermarket, they find thousands and thousands of data or the transaction it keeps on increasing. When you go for a banking sector or financial sectors, you find so many customers coming and going daily. So the data keep on increasing. So how these has to be balanced? We are going to store and we need to pre-process the data what we are having. So we need to pre-process, and after that we are going to apply some techniques which helps to explore your data. So that is exploration. The exponential growth of data volumes demands advanced visualization techniques for effective interpretation. So data exploitation is the first importance of data visualization. As I told you, the big data era, what we are living now is said to be the big data world. Visualization plays a crucial role in decision making. It may be in terms of business or in terms of science or the government sectors. I told you regarding the business. The business people need to increase their profit day by day. So for that, they need the support of data scientists to represent their data. They need to know what happens in the data. So for that, in business sectors, they need data visualization. When you go for science or in terms of research, we are working with the data. We need to represent our result, what we have done, what research we have done, we need to represent our data. So there also we need. When you go for the health sectors, when you go for an hospital, you find so many patients coming and going daily. So they go for blood test or scanning or any type of testing. They come with the result. So that is also a kind of data. So the government sectors also, they go with the data. So after that, what we are going to do with this data is what we have collected. So we need to manage all this data effectively, and we need to represent our information, which helps to have a decision making at last. When you go for a doctor, they need to finalize whether the operation is required, what treatment they need to give. So for that, we need a representation of the data. So we don't want to carry all the files daily because it can be visualized in their app itself. So that is also an effective way of utilizing this data visualization. Then after that, business application. So as I told you, the analysis process is crucial in a business application. Market trends, financial data, and key performance indicators plays a vital role in business application. We need to give day by day information or day by day marketing strategies in terms of visualization. From that, they go with the marketing people in order to increase the profit. So this is what one of the importance in terms of business application. So when you go for scientific insights, it may be a science or medicine, visualization plays an important role in order to represent a complex or a geometric or medical imaging result. So by this, even the mission started doing all these things nowadays because the human being works has been reduced because of this AI and this data analysis. Then finally, we are moving on to social media analysis. You find the social media plays an important role even from the kids to the old age people. They started utilizing this social media effectively. Even the newborn kid after 1 or 2 year, finally they are using the social media effectively. They are teaching their old age people how to use WhatsApp, Facebook, or Twitter, or Instagram, whatever it may be. So social media analysis plays an important role because based on the reviews or the suggestions what we have given in social media, there are so many companies going on with the sentimental analysis or mapping the social networks effectively. So for that area also, this data visualization plays an effective role. So there are so many importance in data visualization. Then I'm going to continue with the next is visualization technique. So you know that data visualization, it is a graphical representation. There are so many ways to represent your data. So what I have displayed here on the left side of my screen, like bar charts, line graphs, pie charts, scatter plots, these terms you might have seen in your it is in traditional. It is a traditional method. When we were kids, we have seen all these graphical representations. So instead of representing numeric data or it may be a time series or continuous data, when I started representing my data in bar charts or line graphs, it will be more effective for the end users to view. As I have represented, it will compare the different categories and making trends visible with the help of bar charts. Next is the line chart, time series analysis, and when the data keeps on changing over a time, I can represent in terms of line graphs. Then you know a pie chart, which is a circle in shape with the different sectors of lines will be drawing, which is useful for showing the proportional comparison within your entire data what you are having. So that is pie chart. The next one, it is the scatter plot. It just shows the relationship between different variables or the attributes or the features what we are having in your data set. So it is a scatter plot. The next one, what I have represented at the right side, it is then advanced technique. It is not a traditional, it is a heat map. It visualizes the data density, highlighting the areas of interest effectively. So high density or the dimensionality of the data can be represented with the help of heat map. And we go with the geospatial visualization. You know that the geographical data plays an important role because when you go with the Swiggy or Zomato, what we are using nowadays, we can't replace these two because that areas can be covered even with this softwares effectively. So geospatial visualization can be represented. That is, it is one of the representation which reveals the spatial patterns and insights. So spatial data can be effectively presented with the help of this geospatial visualization. The next one, it is the network diagrams. You know that the data can be represented in terms of networks, which is nothing but your graphs, which consist of nodes and edges. So it shows the complex relationship between the data points and the different connection. It shows the relationship between the different data. So this is what an advanced technique. Then tree maps and word clouds. You might have seen this word cloud in your social media's sentimental analysis. So it represents the hierarchical data and textual information visually. Even though we have a textual information, you can go for the sentiment analysis and you can give your representation in terms of word cloud. So these are the different techniques you can able to use in order to represent your information. Then next, I'm going to summarize with some modern tools for data visualization. You find there are so many tools, online tools, not even the need of downloading and having in our PC, or it may be a laptop or desktop. We can use these tools in online itself. You can explore these tools whenever you find time, because as a student or a faculty, we need to handle with the latest technologies what we are having. So whenever time permits, start exploring with these set of tools what we are having nowadays, so that it will be effective for us to explore what we are having. Even though the simple data we can explore and we can represent in terms in visual representation. So the first one is Python libraries. You know that Python plays an vital role or a major role in artificial intelligence, or it may be in machine learning or data analysis. So the Python plays an important role. It has a well-defined set of libraries and packages which helps you to explore your data. So I have given only some packages which is mandatory for data visualization. One is the Matplotlib, Seaborn, and Plotly for both static and interactive visualization, enhancing data storytelling. So you find a small representation with Matplotlib. It is a traditional way of representing your data like chart or simple scattered plot, or it may be a bar chart or pie chart. So here I have represented Seaborn with advanced libraries, which helps you to explore your data along with an enhanced storytelling. Then it is R programming. You know, R is said to be an effective data analysis programming languages. There I have specified ggplot for declarative graphics and Shiny for creating an interactive application that enhance the users. So the users are engaged with the help of visual representation. When I keep on telling with the textual data, or when I give the analysis report in a textual representation, it will not be an effective way. So we need to give a representation visually. So for that, we are going with this R programming. It is a data analysis and data mining tool also, which helps to explore your data. The next one, it is D3JS framework. It is in JavaScript. It is D3 for crafting dynamic web-based visualization. So web-based applications can also be generated, and dynamic representations can also be given with the help of this D3JS. And we can go with any type of data here also. The next tool is the business intelligence tools. You know that business people need to explore something which is which should be effective when you compare with Python or R. Python or R it is a basic analysis tool which helps to explore your data in terms of graphs, what I have showed you in traditional method. But the business people needs an effective way of representing. For example, when we go for any shopping, or when you go for theaters, you find so many advertisement boards gets displayed whenever you move. You find the data keeps on changing, how it attracts the viewers based on the representation. So that representation also tells about the data. So from that, they just identified, the people just identify an effective way. So this is the place where you can able to go for shopping, because so many people has given a good review for that shop. So that can also be identified. So when you go for a large supermarket or a shopping mall, you find the data's visualization plays a vital role with different attractive colors, different visualization effects. So that's what the business people is expecting from us. As a data scientist, we should know how to give an effective visualization for the business people. So this is what the tool, what I want to tell you about Tableau. It can able to create an interactive dashboard. So it will be like the representation of data. It will not give you a theoretical information or not only a discrete data or continuous data. It will also shows an interactive way with the people, so that it will attract the people, that is the end users of the stakeholders. Next one is the Power BI. It is an flowing of data. It is seamless. It is an integration of Microsoft Office, and we can go with an effective visualization with the Power BI. The next one, it is Google Data Studio. It is used to give an representation. A dynamic reporting can be generated with these different tools. So with this, I think I can move with the cloud-based solution. Then Flourish for animated visuals and data wrapper for quick and minimal coding visualization is there, enhancing accessibility. So everyone is need of visualization. We don't want to go for programming. We don't want to have a programming knowledge for visualizing your data. Simply, you should know the tools, how to use the tools. What are the options we need to click and drag? How we are going to explore your data by importing the data set what we need, that can be presented with the help of these cloud-based solutions. So it gives an effective way of visualization also. So with this, I can go for the techniques for effective data visualization. So what are the essential strategies for crafting this visual representation? So that's what we are going to see in this slide. So as a data scientist people or the beginner who wants to work with the data, so you should choose the right chart for the data what you are having. For example, you might have taken some data like it may be a banking sector information or an institutional information. They need to represent their data in terms of different chart. So instead of representing in a bar chart, I can go with the pie chart. So you should think which data is best suitable to represent your the choosing chart. So what chart we are using, that should be effectively chosen before you are going for representation. So that's what I have given here, choosing the right chart. Align your chart type with both data characteristics and visualization goals. So as I told you, what's our goal? That should be fixed first. To whom we are giving our representation, that should be decided. So that's what I have given. Avoid using pie charts with deals with numerous categories to maintain clarity. You know that a data set consists of n number of attributes or the features. So when you take that, the n number of attributes or features, when I started exploring my data in pie charts, it will not give a clear information. So I should choose what I should do with my data, what type of chart I should go with that. So that you should keep it in mind. The next one, it is the data cleaning and pre-processing. You know very well, we go with a number of data and we need to do visualization process. But before that, we should be clear with the data sets what we are having. It might have noises, or it may be an outlier. You know that outlier or noise is said to be the error. We need to clean that type of data. So we need to go with data cleaning and pre-processing. So that's what the term called as data cleaning and pre-processing. So we need to format our data what we are having. So ensure your data is clean and well formatted to enhance the accuracy and effectiveness of your visualization. So unless and until when you don't clean your data, or when if you don't go for any pre-processing concept, it will not give you an accuracy or effectiveness for visualization. So we need to visualize the data without any error or outliers or the noise which is with you. So that's what we call it as a data cleaning or pre-processing. The next one, it is design principles. So simplify design elements and ensuring consistency throughout the uniform coloring and fonts across all visuals. So you know very well, when I started giving my visualization, I should not go with different colors and uniformity should be followed. So when I started with a single color for an heading or a subtitle or the different axes I need to represent, so that uniformity should be followed till the end of my visualization concepts. So the principle should be followed effectively. What font or what size I'm using, the same should be followed. So that's what I have given next. Next one, it is the storytelling with data. As I told you, visualization by showing rows and columns with the data, x-axis and y-axis. X-axis a name, for y-axis I'm giving a name, different colors I'm using. But if it is not coherent, then the visualization is merely an utter waste, because we need to have a continuity or coherent relationship between the visualization. So that's what I have given. It is a storytelling with data. So highlight keys inside approximately through annotations for better understanding. So that's what I have represented here. So annotations and legends, what we are going to represent in our visualization. So that is very essential. So that's what the next effective visualization. Then interactivity. So you know that the filters and tooltips allows a deeper exploration and engagement with the data. So when I explore and give a visualization for my data, so I should have a tooltips for that, which helps to explore or it wants to explain to the end users also. So as a data scientist or a computer known person, we know the techniques, what x-axis represent, what y-axis represent, and how the data has to be represented. But as a stakeholder or the end user, they don't know anything. They are the layman. So they need to understand, even though when they keep their mouse pointer over the data visualization, they need to explore something. So this tooltip should be there. So how these things can be effectively done is with the help of the techniques and the tools what we are having. So the latest tools and techniques plays an important role, and that reduces all our work. Okay. So I think I'm clear. You're clear with the content what I have given you so far. So let me move on with common pitfalls in data visualization. So keeping all this importance of data visualization and what we need to do with these types of data. Now we are moving on with what are the flaws. We just go with this visualization. Even though we know the techniques very well and we know how to handle the data effectively and what are the areas we are falling. So that's what I have represented here. Misleading scales. That is, inconsistent or non-linear scales can distort the viewer's understanding of data, leading to incorrect interpretation. So as a data scientist, we know the latest techniques and tools. So we'll be representing our data in an effective way, but that should be given in an effective way for the end users. So it should not lead them to take an incorrect decision. So wrong interpretation should not be given in data visualization. What data we are having, so that's what alone we are going to represent. So that's what I have represented as misleading scales. The next one, it is overcomplication. So when we need to visualize the data, for example, I'm having n number of attributes or the features in my data set. As an end user for a businessman, I need to show whatever the important features is needed for them to go with an effective decision making. So I should not overdump with so much of data in my visualization, because presenting that is excessive data can overwhelm viewers, making it difficult to extract key insights quickly and effectively. So this is what I want to tell you. So we are well known with the visualization, but if you lack something in representing your visualization, that makes difficulty for the stakeholders to go with the decision making. So they can't see anything quickly. because we need to represent your information, then that cannot be effectively done when you go with this massive amount of data visualization. So we need to compress with the features or the attributes, whatever we are having in our data set. The next is ignoring audience. You know that we are working with the data and we are visualizing our data. So audience, they need to know only the knowledge level and without any confusions. So the confusion should not be given, and what difficulties we face and what techniques we have applied, that is none of the matter for the stakeholders. So we don't want to confuse with the data. Clear representation of the information, it should be effectively given. So this is what I want to tell you in this common pitfall. And next, we are going with emerging trends in data visualization. So as I told you, the technology plays a vital role. We are not going anywhere. We are simply sitting with the PC. We can explore the world because of this AI and ML. So you know that artificial intelligence, it just replaces, it is going on replacing the human being. It reduces the work of human being. The machine is doing all the works. You know that in other countries, no, not even in other countries, in our cities itself, the human being is replaced with the machines. When you go with the hospital, in the hospital, the human being is replaced with a machine. Even for the medical distribution also, the robot is doing all the work. Even in the manufacturing sectors, in order to check the quality of the product, the AI plays a vital role. Then how we are going to train with the help of machine learning concepts. So you know that machine learning, you know it is an unsupervised learning and supervised learning. We are going to train the model, we are going to train the machine in order to work instead of a human being. So this algorithm makes the works to be automated. It sees the inside of the data and visualize your data, that is data what we are having, and we can go with an effective decision making capabilities also. So this is an effective way because you find the data with the visualization, it can't be changed anywhere. Wherever you move, you go with the data. When you go with the medical field or it may be a financial sectors, we need to represent that type. So this machine learning algorithms, it automate the work and it predicts the visualization, and we can able to go for effective decision making. Then next one, it is then augmented and virtual reality. So even if we are in this two-dimensional world, but we are engaging in 3D experience. When you go for a theater, an extra spectacles has been produced. We are viewing all the images in terms of 3D, how it is working because of this latest techniques. So this type of augmented reality, then this virtual reality, with this also we can go with the data visualization. The next one, it is the real-time visualization. So utilizing the streaming data in the sense it is continuously increasing data. It keeps on increasing day by day. It is continuously growing on data. We call it as a streaming data for real-time application. Even in financial and IoT sectors, we can go with this. We can able to explore the data what we are having. Then IoT enables insight into decision making, and various explorations can also be done with the real-time visualization. Next one, it is ethics. Emphasize the importance of data transparency and privacy in ensuring responsible use of visualization tools and techniques. So ethics can also be followed in order to represent your information. So these are some of the trends I have represented here, which helps us to represent our data in an effective way. So this different trends helps us to go with different things. So with this, I just come to a conclusion for data visualization. So we can able to go with the data visualization. It may be a simple or it may be a complex. It makes us easier to understand what we are having, and we can able to explore things. So with the help of the modern tools, the user can able to interact with the data effectively, and we can go with an effective decision making process. So further with this, in future, we can able to use this emerging trends in visualizing by combining or collaborating with the different AI ML concept. We can able to explore our data. Then we can go with this real time system which visualize your data in different dimension. So multi-dimensional visualization is also possible. I want to give you a small visualization for a simple data what we are having now. So let me give you that. So I think if you are having any queries till now, you can ask so that I can go for a short demo in Google Colab.
Participants, if you have any queries, ask with ma'am. Saranya ma'am, what question? Participants, do you have any queries? Please raise your hand.
Okay, I think I can continue with a small demo. I don't want to consume much time. Okay, so today I'm going to give a short visualization with Google Colab. So you know that it is an open source, it is an online tool. You can work wherever you are. Simply, I'm going to explore something. So you know that we need the support of the packages. So I'm going to use only the three packages: Matplotlib, NumPys, and Pandas to explore our data. I think my screen is visible. I can go with this.
Yes, ma'am, visible, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So I have imported only three packages: Matplotlib, NumPys, and Pandas, which plays an effective role for data visualization. Then I'm going to take a data set which is already there. So I'm going to give the path of that data set alone. So I'm going to read that CSV file. This data sets deals with the data which works uh, with the city, and I'm going to represent the data as whatever I'm having. So the CSV file has been loaded now. So I'm going to show that uh, whatever the attributes and the values what is there in my data set. Okay, so this is what I have imported: Matplotlib, NumPys, and Pandas, and I have read my CSV file. So I have given the path of my CSV file, and I have given a head function, which is a predefined function, which just explores our data in terms of rows and columns. So as an end user or a data scientist, we can able to identify what it happens here, like what is the income, workforce, criminal rate of a city, then land area of a particular region, like that. Then we can represent in different ways. At the right side it tells you the different representation. So for that also we can go with this. Then now I'm going to use the scatter plot in order to represent my data as what I am having. So the scatter plot, I think it is visible. It shows you the criminal rate and the percentage of senior in that particular place. So, but this visualization, it represents the x-axis and y-axis alone, but I don't know what it is. As an end user, The end user knows simply dots are there, but x-axis, y-axis is not defined. So I'm going to add the header for that is labels for my x and y axis. So I'm going to add the title for my chart. Okay. See here, as in the stakeholder, now they can able to identify something which is useful for us, the criminal rate and the percentage of senior in a particular city. So that's what I have added in the legends, that is x-axis and y-axis labels, like plot for criminal rate versus percentage of seniors. So this is a simple representations with Python, or also you can go with this. But when you go for a business analysis tools like Tableau or Power BI, so if I have a chance in future, I'll give you a short description about business analysis tools like Power BI, or it may be in Tableau. So that plays an magic role. Simply we are clicking and doing. We don't want to go with this much coding. We can explore our datas. Okay. So with this, let me conclude what we have seen so far. So I have represented what is data, what is an information, how we pre-processed our data, and how we have explored our information with the help of the data analysis techniques. So with this, we are having n number of information with us. We are in the world of exploring information. So as this, we keep in our mind to explore the information with the latest tools and techniques like R, Python, Power BI, Tableau, or it may be a Google Studio, whatever it may be. We need to explore something which helps us to represent our information. So with this, I think I can conclude. So if you are having any queries, you can represent now.
Ma'am, actually, thanks for this much of briefing about that data visualization and their techniques and the tools, and you have been executed the data collab in a live mode. That is really very helpful to the upcoming researchers. Ma'am, is this audible?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, any queries from other participants? Just clarify with ma'am. Shanti ma'am, do you have any other queries? Tenmuli ma'am? Rashmi ma'am, shall we go for vote of thanks?
Okay, sir. Sure. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to welcome our faculty, Ms. Soundarya ma'am, to conclude the session.
Good evening, everyone. I am Soundarya from Leilani Publication and Press. First, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our estimate resource person, Dr.G.Dona Rashmi, Assistant Professor at Kongunadu Arts and Science College. Your expertise in data visualization has provided us with invaluable insights into the techniques that shaping the way we interpret and present data. Your engaging sessions have sparked our curiosity and the power of visualization in our own work. Thank you once again for being a part of this workshop. We look forward to the future of Leilani publication. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Soundarya ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Shall I leave now?
Thank you, one and all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Shall I leave?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.